Go.
Hello, everyone. This is Group 6, Masters of Strategic Management, and we did a case study on Alphabet. My name's Kate Patone.
My name's Rachel.
I'm Allie.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Cameron.
So the Alphabet case focuses on the company's history with its multiple subsidiaries, struggles, and successes. Alphabet was created as an umbrella company for Google to go under so that they may branch off parts of the company into different subsidiary ones without hurting their brand image. We found that the main apparent strategic issue is how does Alphabet pursue innovation and growth while making sure that shareholders are happy? Right now, shareholders want to see each subsidiary that is aligned to Google and profitable. The primary cause for Alphabet we derived was that they are having trouble creating symmetry between their branches and thus focusing primarily on Google without as much hope in its other companies under their umbrella. Our recommendation for Alphabet is to further expand into the automotive market while maintaining consistent communication with outsiders. We believe this recommendation will generate more value for the company in the near future since the automotive industry has become increasingly technologically advanced and shows no signs of slowing down.
The strategic issue throughout Alphabet Eyes New Frontiers is focused on creating a solution for the Alphabet to better communicate their value to shareholders while at the same time manage their entrepreneurial orientation. Alphabet's goal is to have long-term innovative success and retain their most distinctive characteristics within the search engine. But Google's relationship with their investors has created questions about what is in store for the organization's future. Throughout the case, there were two main sore spots Google faced within their shareholders. First being the lack of clarity on Google's end to answer financial questions, and secondly, Google's approach to corporate governance at large. The next steps for Larry Page were to incorporate the restructuring program in hopes of a welcoming change for ambitious entrepreneurs who are looking for a platform to showcase their talents while not interfering with Google. From the beginning, the founders of Google took a long-term view by incorporating high-risk, high-return projects to capitalize on new opportunities. To implement their long-term goals, they must prioritize communication among stakeholders, but continue to be ambitious.
Alphabet strives to achieve being an innovative company making millions of dollars in investment annually while considering their entrepreneurial orientation. Since Alphabet is known to take greater risks than many other companies in the industry, they need to communicate to shareholders in a way that they are supportive of what could be seen as high-risk investment projects. In 2014, before the restructuring, they had a revenue of $66 billion. On December 2015, after the restructuring, they had $75 billion in revenue. That's nearly a 14% increase from last year. In addition to the increase in revenue, in the fourth quarter of 2015, they outperformed 99% of all stocks on sales and profit growth. Also, their stock prices were well above the market. Besides the restructuring, Alphabet differentiates themselves from other companies. For example, in 2004, Google became a publicly traded company and went IPO in a way that could be seen as controversial. They ran the IPO in an auction format and implemented a dual stock structure. This raised some concern for the stockholders at the time, but Google managed to reassure them by saying it is done in this way to protect Google's ability to innovate and retain its most distinctive characteristics. They started with an initial share price of $85, and now they climb up 1,294% over the 10 years. Because of these reasons, the investors of Alphabet are typically high-risk, high-return investors. The stock prices fluctuate a lot in the short term, but overall, in the long run, they have a very successful upward slope. In 2014, they spent 12% of their revenue on research and development, about $9.8 billion, and spending is increasing every year. They spend a large portion of their money on opaque research budget, and investors are worried when looking at their internal investment reporting, although they might be optimistic about the future return. Ruth Porat, CFO of Alphabet, is great at reassuring their investors. Porat's approach to optimizing revenue growth by closely monitoring the spending helps them see what projects are worth investing, instead of only focusing on cutting the cost. This allows them to decrease the risk of failure, but still stay on top of the market. It would be important for them to provide transparency of specifically where and how they're spending their money. Next, Cam will talk about the analysis tools.
So the primary analysis tool we chose was the McKinsey 7 framework, and we'll be focusing more specifically on the structure, systems, and style of that. So for structure, Alphabet Inc. has a very unique structure that consists of multiple different subsidiaries under its umbrella. Some of these include Google, Google X, YouTube, Nest, and Waymo. Each of these operates independently but are managed under the same parent company. This structure allows each individual subsidiary to hone in on specifically their section of the business, while they also benefit from the other sections of the business. Although there is a strong argument that Alphabet does not share their resources as much amongst each other as they should. Going into systems, Alphabet Systems refers to the technologies, processes, and procedures that enable the company to deliver on its products and services. The search engine algorithm is one of Alphabet's most critical systems, and it is the foundation of Google's success. Alphabet has also invested heavily in AI, machine learning, and other quote-unquote moonshot ventures, which are all crucial to the company's future success. Finally, style. The leadership style at Alphabet can be characterized by a focus on data-driven decision-making and willingness to take risks. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the company's founders, have always been known for their unconventional approach to business. Alphabet encourages employees to challenge the status quo and to experiment with new ideas. Going into our secondary analysis tool, we chose Pastel. We'll be focusing on the economic, technological, and legal factors. Starting with economic, the global economy can affect the company's operations. The revenue of Alphabet is primarily generated through advertising, which can easily be influenced by economic downturns or changes in consumer behavior. However, Alphabet has a diverse portfolio of businesses which provide some level of insulation against economic volatility. This would be considered strong and negative because economic fluctuations have the potential to make massive impacts on a company. Technological. Alphabet is at the forefront of technological innovation, always looking to improve. These things can create new opportunities for the company. For example, the development of AI and machine learning is an area of significant investment for Alphabet. However, technological developments can also create problems for the company, particularly in terms of data security and privacy. On top of this, companies are innovating and creating new technologies 24/7, making it very hard to maintain dominance in this field. There are several examples of companies that were at one time technological giants, but due to lack of innovation, have essentially fallen off the map. This is considered a strong and positive force because technological innovation is what Alphabet Inc. is all about. It is what makes them who they are. Finally, legal factors such as IP laws and regulations can have a significant impact on Alphabet's operations. The company has faced numerous legal challenges over the years, including IP disputes and antitrust lawsuits. Alphabet must be able to navigate through the complex legal landscape in the countries in which it operates to protect its IP and comply with local laws and regulations. This is a strong and negative force for Alphabet. It is a constant threat that is continually evolving. Now, Amber will get into the external and internal forces.
To reiterate, our strategic issue addresses how Alphabet should best communicate their value to shareholders while managing their entrepreneurial orientation. Monitoring external and internal forces is key to developing business strategies and maintaining the overall health of one's business. To identify the forces impacting our strategic issue, I conducted a SWOT and VRIO analysis as well as examined Cameron's tools. The VRIO on the left points out that their strategic structure as a holding group only provides a temporary competitive advantage. Although it is a valuable and a unique structure to the tech industry, it is easy to imitate. According to Investopedia, holding companies are almost effortless to create after filing for incorporation. The SWOT on the right provides a glimpse at the company from multiple angles. Alphabet's biggest strength is their reputation for innovation. Larry Page was regarded as the most ambitious CEO in the universe, and the company has a culture who welcomes failure. However, their biggest weakness is their reliance on only two revenue sources. The Other Bets branch made up just 0.6% of their revenue in 2015. Alphabet's most significant opportunity is to enter untapped markets, which they could potentially do so by acquiring firms with their high cash reserves. Lastly, the toughest threat they face is related to government regulations because they are costly and impede growth. For example, in 2018, Google was ordered to pay an antitrust fine of over 4 billion euros for unlawful actions related to their search engine application on Androids. Ultimately, the main internal forces contributing to the strategic issue are a lack of transparency with stakeholders, which has led to a loss of confidence in management, complex organizational structure, which slows down subsidiaries' productivity and stifles innovation, and high R&D costs. The main external forces contributing to the strategic issue are evolving technology demands, which makes it difficult to satisfy consumer needs and requires constant research, increasing antitrust regulations, and growing public concerns about data privacy, which may push potential customers away from Alphabet's technologies. Next, Kate will go over the alternatives.
Thanks, Amber. Alphabet wants to make shareholders happy while creating innovative technology. The main alternative we have is for Alphabet to dive deeper into the automotive and transportation industry. Google has tried to enter into the autonomous vehicle market before through Waymo. We want to suggest a different company this time to pair up with to create innovative driverless transportation technology. That is Mobileye, who our consulting group has previously analyzed. Mobileye has an increased advantage as they have already succeeded in the development of autonomous vehicle technology. However, they aren't all the way there yet. We believe that partnering with Mobileye will lead to the first fully autonomous Google car. Our second alternative is to integrate the branches together. Right now, the different subsidiaries under Alphabet do not communicate with each other. All branches heads would be required to do a bi-yearly meeting in order to update each other on current and future products within their company. This would allow for different branches to see if they are able to aid and expedite projects, saving time and money. Our third alternative deals with the organizational structure of Alphabet. Right now, there are multiple layers of management each subsidiary must work through in order to move forward. Larry Page and Sergey Brin are CEOs of Alphabet, but each subsidiary has their own executives. The subsidiaries have some independence, but must stay within Alphabet's budget and produce results that Alphabet, as the parent company, will be satisfied by. This hurts their innovative model. Innovation requires speed, and the longer it takes something to hit the market, the more likely competition can steal market share. We propose to simplify their organizational structure to work quicker and decrease the layers of management or bureaucracy to work through for subsidiaries.
In order to implement growth for Alphabet, as Kate mentioned, we believe by expanding further into the innovative automotive transportation industry, this will reduce the organization's reliance on the search engine. This alternative strategy will potentially increase profitability and achieve higher innovation satisfaction within stakeholders. The search engine for Google accounts are 90% of their revenues. By diversifying the company into the automotive industry, it will help the company to run less risk of antitrust violations, and it's also better to able account for revenue from various subordinates. When the main alternative to enter into the automotive industry was compared to integrating branches in the organizational structure of Alphabet, automotive transportation is a higher risk, higher reward alternative. Since Google has had a past with letting down their stakeholders, whether it's financially or innovatively, this alternative resolves both of these issues. The acceptance within investors and shareholders will be difficult to take on due to their failed attempt to enter this market in the past. By teaming up with Waymo and Mobileye, there will be an infinite amount of creative solutions to the vehicle. This is a category that has never been touched globally and has potential for an infinite amount of success. Another option to getting the investors on board is by proposing an increase in their profit shares. This can potentially be the first solution to implementing the next revolutionary vehicle. Next is creating set financial objectives, such as goals within the first 2 years of wider profit margins and higher returns in investment capital. Before the vehicle is created, discussing the profitable split amongst Google, investors, Waymo, and Mobileye needs to be addressed. Waymo and Mobileye are known for their innovative touch on their smart car industry. They have been highly successful within their unique outlook on evolving automotive technology, and by partnering with them, Google has potential to create the next generation's ultimate outlook on transportation. Google brings highly intelligent technology, while Waymo and Mobileye bring knowledge of futuristic transportation designs. This creates the ultimate solution for Google to diversify their brand while fulfilling their entrepreneurial orientation.
Thank you for attending our presentation. If you have questions or want to discuss further, please don't hesitate to contact us.